My name is William Burns from Hemet, California, and I've always tried to be a good parent. I've always tried to do the right thing when it comes to my children. I'm not a perfect parent, but what parent is? Child Protective Services has literally forced my wife and I to accept services by threatening to adopt out our baby boy if we did not sign a case plan admitting to the guilt of neglect. And we were not guilty. CPS took our children without any evidence of wrongdoing. They based their actions solely on my ex-wife's relentless phone calls. My ex-wife is the daughter of a retired CPS supervisor, investigator, who has some influence over this case. And when emergency workers Lisa Austin and Valerie Scott showed up at the hospital when my wife just gave birth to our son, the unprofessional manner of how she carried on was so extremely condescending, without merit. She should be absolutely ashamed of herself. My wife and I were absolutely stunned by the terroristic approach and the blatant false accusations. This didn't matter whatsoever. They had only one goal in mind, and that was to take our baby boy. We told them there was no way they were going to leave the hospital with our son. Lisa Austin told us they were going to leave with the county's little boy, and there was nothing we could do about it. She said my wife had showed up positive for drugs. This is impossible because Kaiser Hospital had done a blood workup earlier on my wife and found no evidence of drugs. But CPS was going to force us to sign their case plan no matter what the outcome. We were forced with coercion to sign their case plan for any hope of ever getting our child back. She told us the judge would not even consider us fighting this, that we had to sign the case plan to get our son back. The emergency worker went to our home and took our daughter, belonging to my new wife, my older daughter, Alex, who was the daughter of my ex-wife, which is the granddaughter of the CPS investigator, was not affected by the case in any way. And they were the same age, the daughter who was taken and my daughter who wasn't. And this shows obvious corruption right there. I mean, for her not to be affected at all is impossible. And yet they expected us to be bad parents of one daughter and yet good parents of another. I don't understand the separation. CPS blatantly violates our rights under color of law that the juvenile court and everyone in it completely support the actions even though they're criminal. We tried to hire an attorney in Riverside County who told us that social services and their government contractors are not subject to oversight of any kind, and their side will not be challenged in court. Nothing you say or evidence you have will ever be heard. You do not have the right to a jury of your peers. CPS courts working for CPS will not follow any of the constitutional or human rights. Get ready to lose if you are the best parent on earth, because this is not about money. I mean, this is not about anything but money. The best advice I can give you is to say that do whatever they want if you want to ever get your son back again. He said, be completely honest. This is not a matter of winning or losing. They have your child, and now you have to do what they want if you want to ever see him placed with you again. This is the best outcome possible. CPS does remove parental rights, giving up children for adoption for people who fight the system.